So Donkey Kong Bonanza is launching in about 16, 17 days at the time of recording this, and we didn't know who on earth, who's the developer of this game. There's been a lot of speculation. A lot of people figured it was probably the Super Mario Odyssey team because, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, you know, in Donkey Kong Bonanza from what we've seen to Super Mario Odyssey, but it just was not confirmed. But now we actually have confirmation coming from Eurogamer because they got a hands-on with Donkey Kong Bonanza at this Donkey Kong Bonanza event. And at that event, Nintendo confirmed who is the developer of this game. If you enjoy this one, by the way, leave a like, subscribe for more. We're gonna have a lot of Donkey Kong Bonanza coverage as well, guides and gameplay and walkthroughs and whatever, you name it, we're gonna have it. Lord willing, all goes as planned. My grammar's not great today, so I do apologize. I just woke up, but let's throw it up on the screen. This is coming from Eurogamer. In the words of Nintendo itself, the development team of Donkey Kong Bonanza is the same as for Super Mario Odyssey. End quote. So that means it's coming from the production team of Nintendo's famed entertainment planning and development (EPD) group, known for crafting the Switch's premier 3D Mario adventure, is what Eurogamer quotes. Now, the weird thing about this is Nintendo previously said, you know, they were gonna announce the developer I guess at a better time. I can't remember their actual phrasing, but basically at another time. That I guess would be better. They weren't announcing it right away, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why they didn't announce it sooner. I don't know why they waited to announce it. So that part is a little bit confusing, to be quite honest. Again, they said, you know, just wait and we'll have more info on the developers soon. And again, why they said that initially, I'm not sure. But the point is, it is a Super Mario Odyssey team. What do you guys think about that? Obviously, I mean, it's pretty obvious. The game looks pretty fantastic and it looks very similar to the Super Mario Odyssey team. But then that goes into one other question. I'm not going to drag this video out, don't worry. But it does go into one other question. What does that mean for a new 3D Mario game? Could another development team work on 3D Mario or the same one? Now, here's the thing, right? Oftentimes, a lot of developers will work on multiple games either at once or throughout the years, right? It's been like, what, eight-ish years, correct me if I'm wrong, since Super Mario Odyssey. So that's a lot of time. I don't think they spent that entire 8 years just working on Donkey Kong Bonanza. The way Nintendo has been kind of working, it seems, in the past, you know, since the Switch, I guess you could say, and I think they learned from their mistakes with the Wii U, is that they always have games done ahead of schedule, right? So Donkey Kong Bonanza, for all we know, could have been done for a couple of years. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but it's very well possible. So it's very possible that they also have a 3D Mario game ready to go. Maybe they started with the 3D Mario game and they had that locked and ready to go. And I don't know. I'm just speculating. You know, again, 8 years, right, is a long time. So we don't know for sure, right? And obviously they didn't have the Switch 2 hardware at the time that, you know, Super Mario Odyssey came out. But it still could have been, things could have been in process, right? It could have been, you know, concept for a new 3D Mario game or Donkey Kong Bonanza even at the time. And then they kind of switched that over to the Switch 2. It's kind of like with Mario Kart World. The developers confirmed that initially they were working on that game to release it on the Switch, but they seen, you know, what they wanted to do. The Switch just couldn't handle it. And so they had this, ended up scaling back a lot of stuff. If it was going to be for the Switch, and then when the Switch 2 hardware internally was revealed, they kind of swapped over to that and are like, okay, now we can really see our whole vision through and whatnot. So maybe it's one of those scenarios. It's very possible that that's kind of what happened. So yeah, we could still see a 3D Mario game in the next couple of years. So I don't know. I don't think that just because we're getting a Donkey Kong Bonanza game right now from that same team, that writes that off. So I don't know. Just wanted to put that out there as well. We'll see. For now, though, I mean, a 3D Donkey Kong game that is made by the Super Mario Odyssey team that does look and feel sort of like a spiritual, you know, successor to Super Mario Odyssey. I personally don't think we need a 3D Mario game this year or you know, maybe not even next year. I would like to see one next year, but we don't necessarily need one next year, depending on what else Nintendo has up their sleeve. But maybe like next holiday, next Christmas, you know, for 2026 would be nice. So let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe for more. Didn't mean to rant, by the way. I just wanted to kind of throw out those extra couple tidbits of, you know, interesting thoughts and information. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Game on. See you guys later.